I want you to know right now it is post-tropical, meaning that it's no longer a tropical depression, maybe a swirl of low clouds, maybe an area of low pressure, but that's it. And the good news is it's moving away from us and we won't have to worry about it. Now, what's left over is some moisture, some tropical moisture, and the tail end of an upper level trough that's digging down in this direction. So that's helping to fire up some of the showers and some of the big rains we're seeing in Florida. A lot of moisture, a lot of tropical air, a little daytime heating, a little upper level disturbance coming through. We're looking at the potential of more rainfall, at least for a little while. So winds are at 30 miles per hour. Again, this is the final advisory on this. Really not a concern for us as Dorian, what's left of it anyway, begins to move out. So if you're in South Florida, you're still dealing with tropical rains, and we're going to see some areas maybe picking up an additional ½ inch overnight tonight. Some areas have already picked up 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in eastern Florida. We've had too much rainfall here. And Daytona Beach all the way to Fort Pierce, all the way towards Fort Lauderdale. It has been a soggy, awful day today, especially trying to get to the beaches. But on this infrared satellite picture, notice a lot of the clouds coming this direction. Okay, there's actually an upper level ridge over here, and we have that anticyclonic flow. And that's what's driving some of these showers to at least stay put, if not move away from where Dorian was. So that's why Dorian's no longer. The surface low itself just moved away, and we're left with some of the thunderstorms out there tonight. So formation zone, we're seeing it from eastern Atlantic. Anywhere's game, maybe the eastern Caribbean, central Caribbean, maybe not so much. But this time of the year, as we get into August, it's really the tropical waves that come off of Africa that interest us. I mean, everything does, but they really start to see more of that as we get into August. And typically they move to the west because area of high pressure sits here, a subtropical high, steers it off in this direction. Sometimes they move northward and eastward. Sometimes they make it into the Gulf of Mexico. And once they get in the Gulf, as you know, they have to make landfall somewhere if they don't fall apart. So this time of the year in August, 25% of our named storms happen, 35 in September, and then 19 in October. So we still have the peak of hurricane season to get to yet. We're not there yet. Don't let your guard down because it's been somewhat quiet. 80% happens between August and October. So now is the time, if you are not prepared, to get prepared. So any waves we're watching coming off the African coast, there's one wave right here, but there's a lot of dry air, the orange indicating that may keep this from developing.